Hi folks, this is your MWIS Fleeting View in association with Petzl. The new week begins with a storm system moving across northern Scotland in the early hours of Monday. That's scooting quickly away to the north into the daytime, leaving a windy day though across the Highlands, near to gale force across the higher tops at times, especially in the north. Some showers will come in on that west by southwesterly flow, with some hail and some snow above around 600 metres or so. These most frequent towards northwestern coasts, one or two tracking inland at times, but often dry with some sunny spells for the eastern side of the Highlands. Also mainly dry for the south of Scotland and north of England, some hazy high cloud in existence here, one or two banks of fog on the hills in places. A warm front lying further south will produce some drizzly, murky conditions, some steadier rain at times for Wales. The far north of Wales may well escape just to the north of this front for a time in drier conditions, but that front may just wriggle northwards as time goes on. Some dampness also perhaps turning up across the Peak District. Heading onwards into Tuesday, and a southwesterly wind dominates across the northern half of Britain. That gale force widely across the Highlands, near to gale force across the tops in northern England as well. Lighter winds for Wales. We have some persistent rain affecting the western mountains in Scotland, and as milder air comes in, that will be rain all the way up to the higher slopes, and an extensive thaw then beginning at this stage, becoming very wet underfoot as that thawing takes place over these western and northern mountains. Not too much in the way of rain or drizzle though, spilling eastwards across the Highlands, and a bit of dampness maybe is all you'll get across the western hills of England and Wales, but some low cloud rather plaguing things here, I suspect, through the day. Generally, mild temperatures will dominate into the middle of the week as the airflow is coming in from the southwest. A bit of uncertainty exactly where a warm front lies on Wednesday. It's tending to shuffle northwards with time, so some drizzly rain across the western mountains in Scotland, maybe drifting northwards as the day goes on. Not much of that further east, but a lot of cloud, I suspect, across the central and southern parts of the Highlands. Also a bit murky for the southern uplands and Lake District. A chance of getting into some inversion conditions though across Wales, with fog banks maybe a bit lower down. A little bit varied here, I suspect, through the day. Fairly breezy, the lightest winds though across the south of England and Wales. High pressure begins to build further across the country later in the week, so inversion conditions will become more extensive. The hills in England and Wales mostly above any low-level fog. Some banks of low cloud though still stubborn in western Scotland, a bit of drizzle maybe in places here. Lowest of the temperatures where you're in the cloud, otherwise a generally mild story. Breeziest in the far northwest, light winds for England and Wales. By Friday, a strong area of high pressure is in charge and inversion conditions are going to be extensive, so any fog is going to be at low levels, the tops likely clear, and very mild temperatures then above that inversion. Could be nudging double figures on the mountain tops by this stage. Check all your local details, of course, every day on the MWIS website. That is your Fleeting View in association with Petzl. Thanks for watching.